Good morning. We're going to have a nice class of stretching today. We're going to call it the letting go practice, because stretching is letting go of stress and aches and pains and letting go of those deeper layers of stuff, that emotional and mental clutter that we've pushed down into our bodies. So we're going to take some time to just do some stretching today. It'll be a short and quick practice. And just remember that any practice you can get into during your day is enough. Whatever you can make time for, if it's 5 minutes of breathing, 3 minutes, just 5 good breaths, however many it is, it's good enough. It's just something that you give yourself. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. This is going to be a nice one. You're going to love it. You don't have to stand up at all today. So find your seated position that's comfortable for you, grounding through those sits bones. If you want to, you can use a little kind of cushion or pillow, or even a rolled towel or a rolled blanket, just to raise the hips up. That could help a little bit. Move that off to the side for later. All right, so once you've found your seated position, I want you to find your seat, maybe your pelvic floor, your sits bones. And we always begin our classes together rising up through the length of our spine with our breath. So let's allow that breath to move up the length of the spine, letting go of some of the compression between each vertebra of your spine, allowing the breath to expand between each space, starting at the lowest part, your tailbone, and moving that breath slowly up the length of your spine. And just breathe all the way up the length of your spine. Maybe take it in sequences, the lowest part, your lumbar spine, moving up into the thoracic region, and then up into that upper back between the shoulder blades a little bit, and maybe shoulders and neck. Allow the breath to fill up the space between the shoulder blades and the ribs, kind of giving some space so the shoulder blades can settle down. Bringing the breath to the tops of the shoulders, in front around the collarbone area as well. This area holds a lot of tension, pulls us down. It's very tight, but we tend to feel that in the neck and the shoulder area rather than in front, kind of where these pecs attach, just below the collarbone area. So check in there with your breath. I always like to palpate an area just to see how tense it is. And then that's a good indication of how much you need a massage. And when you bring the breath up into the neck, imagine that you're sitting against a wall and the back of the head just gently brushes the wall. So you're lengthening the back of the neck, dropping the chin, releasing that jaw, not lifting the face up to the sky, but lifting through the crown of the head. It's almost like there's a string pulling you up. Whenever it's the holidays, I try and imagine like Halloween or something, that we're all hanging from our, what is that, the banisters or something on your porch before the kids arrive for trick-or-treating. But the point is to get the visualization of your spine letting go. So we're not pushing up into each vertebra, but you're really hanging and lengthening. And once you get that visualization, you really feel, oh, I'm not putting any pressure up into my spine. I'm really just hanging down. And then you start to feel that length. If you're starting to feel strain in your hips, your lower back, give yourself a break. Lean back into the palms, maybe hold onto the knees and stretch back. If your legs are falling asleep, absolutely give them a little stretch out. Yoga is a great way to start honoring what our bodies are telling us. We're very good at shutting down and just one foot in front of the other and moving forward, but we're feeling beings, so we need to kind of listen a little bit more. Take ownership of how we're feeling, and give yourself permission and allow yourself to let go of your worry and stress. You don't need to feel guilty taking time to let go. If you have to have a reason for letting go, and just tell yourself that letting go, clearing out the clutter, will allow you to be more open and accepting and patient for those around you, for the world around you, for your loved ones, your friends, strangers walking down the street. But just dig and find that open heart underneath any layers that you may have packed down over top. Use the breath to clear out the mind a little bit. The thoughts swirling around are fine, but allow them to kind of move on with each exhale. If you find yourself distracted, listen to the sound of your breath moving in and out of the body. I'm going to move this along, but if you ever feel during our videos and our time together that you need more time for a meditation, you can always press pause, come back to your breath, sit longer with yourself, quiet my voice inside your head too. And you can always just come back as we get into our pranayama breathing and our asanas, our physical practice. Excellent. We're just going to do one good round of breath holding. We might sneak a second one in depending on how good it feels the first time. This is a great way to expel any of that stale air that's sitting around in the lungs. It also helps your brain to kick in a little bit better oxygenation for the body. So let's take an inhale for about 5 seconds. If you're able to, hold that breath for 5 seconds. And let's exhale on 5. Wonderful. Holding out for 5. Another round. Inhaling. Holding. Feel how the expansion in the rib cage has happened, that space under the shoulder blades. Exhaling 5. Holding the breath out. Notice the strength in the belly as you expel that air, pulling back towards that lower back. Beautiful. Come back to your breath. Excellent. Notice changes in the body. Space that you've created with your breath, space in the lungs and the rib cage. Nice work. When you're ready, take an inhale, look up towards the sky. Keep the chest releasing down. Maybe put your hands actually over your heart. And notice as you look up on your inhale, keep breathing. Did your chest follow you? If so, it pushed against your palms. Let the chest release down and stretch up. You're going to get into your throat. No, stretch out your throat, the sides of your neck, your scalenes. You might even feel around your collarbones opening up. This is what we're looking for. You also want to be mindful that your chest didn't sink in as you looked up. That means your shoulder blades are creeping up into the back of your skull. Let's keep everything as it is, strong and tall, and you just look up to get the stretch on your next exhale. Release the chin to the chest here, and the same thing. We're not sinking down. Good. Enjoy that stretch. One more time. Let's look up. And we'll keep the movement coordinating with the breath. Exhale down. You can release your hands. You can keep them over your heart if you want. I like that gesture, that feeling of warmth sinking into the center of my chest. Inhale, head over to the right side. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Good. Exhale all the way back to center. Inhale over to the left side. We're not using the torso yet. Good. Exhale all the way back to center. Inhale, right side, and on your exhale, you're going to take it all the way around. Keep the body lengthening up and over around the back of the neck if that's comfortable. All the way back down to center. Inhale, left side. Good. Exhale, up and over if you're going around the back through that right side. Good. Let's release the hands if they're over your heart. Place them on the knees. Now, your chin is still grounded. Let's take an inhale, roll the head over to the right side. But this time you're arcing into the right side and stretching out the left side. Bring the head. Exhale, back to center. Pull the belly in. Hunch that back. Inhale, rounding over towards the left. Exhale, belly in. Let's take it all the way around. Inhale, right side. Exhaling, lift the heart to the sky as you roll along the back through that left side, all the way back to center. Inhale, left side. Exhaling, lift the heart towards the sky. So you're out of the belly, out of the lower back, to the right side, rounding into the spine. Good. Take an inhale, roll up vertebra by vertebra, rooting through the sits bones and letting your spine lengthen and grow up from the earth. Inhale, stretch those arms up to the sky. Good. If you're able, you can push into the palms, interlace the fingers, but you want to have that space between your shoulders and your neck. Let the neck grow here. Good. If you're finding strain, you can't really hold it. Shoulders are really tight, which is common. Bend into the elbows and slowly working your way to straight elbows, palms facing each other, pushing right up through those palms. Excellent. Another good breath here. Breathe into that belly. Feel the strength between your belly and your lower back. Good. One more good breath. This isn't an easy posture to hold. When I teach my classes, we usually hold it for a good few moments. We want to get into deeper stretching here. Good. Let's take an inhale, stretch up. Exhale. I want you to swing your arms around and just give a nice bear hug here. If you're able to take this a little further, you can wrap your arms around and get the palms towards each other. Take an inhale, you're going to look up. So if you're in a bear hug, you're looking up, maybe lifting the elbows, or you're just looking up and raising the elbows. Good. Feel the stretch. Exhale, roll the belly in and round. Feel that stretch starting between the shoulder blades, the lower back. If you're in your bear hug, it's going to look like this. Another good breath here. Very nice. Take an inhale. Unravel the arms. Stretch them up. Exhale, swing the arms around. Now reverse your bear hug. So if your right arm was on top, it goes underneath, or you're just going straight into your twist. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull the belly towards that lower back and start rounding. Oh, feel that stretch getting between those shoulder blades. Bow the head, tuck the chin. Find a place where you can breathe. Inhale, stretch up, unravel the arms. Good. Exhale, release the hands down, roll the shoulders back for 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale, look to the right side. Exhale, plant your palm right on top of the head. Let's give a little stretch down. So we're not rounding into this one. This one you're anchoring through the center body and really isolating that neck. Take your left hand and take an inhale, reach forward. Exhale, open it up as if you're pushing a door with the back of your hand open. Be careful that the shoulder doesn't creep up into the neck. Go to where you can with this. Good. Now you can reach the fingertips down if you want to. You're still pulling that chin down to the right. Or you can take an inhale and stretch those fingertips up. Again, be mindful that you're not lifting your shoulder. Anchor. Pretend there's an anchor on the bottom of your shoulder blade on that left side, but you're stretching those fingertips up. Oh, gets right into that trap. If you want to take it a little further, soften that left elbow, getting into your left triceps. And then you can take your right hand if you would like, pull that elbow in a little bit more. Maybe now you want to get into a side bend. If this is strenuous for you, just stay right here. You can always place your right hand on the ground. So a lot of options. Keep the elbow opening rather than collapsing down. One more good breath. Strong in your center. Take an inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, release those hands down. I have a nice tingling moving down my left side. All the blood flows getting in there. I hope you're feeling some changes as well. Let's move to the other side. Inhale, looking to the left. Exhale, release the chin down. Good. From here, take an inhale, stretch your left arm up. Exhale, getting to the top or almost the top back of the head, giving a little pull down. So you're not jarring the head down, you're just giving a little bit of energy. See if you're stretching more. As you stretch more, you're anchoring a little bit more on that right side so you don't go into a side bend. Not just yet. Still strong in your belly. We're always strengthening up that center, building that fire, brewing that energy to dig into with those good belly breaths. Taking this a little further if you're ready. Inhale, reach the right fingertips forward, ground through that shoulder blade. Exhale, opening the door back. Oh, so nice. It's almost like it's peeling from the heart and opening up that right side. Nice work. From here, you can reach the fingertips down. That gives a little bit of a different stretch. You might need that. Otherwise, inhale, stretch the arm up. Keep your right shoulder grounded. Work through the shoulder joint as you turn the palm inward. If you go from the back of the hand, you might be more inclined to lift the shoulder. If you rotate in, it's easier to keep the shoulder nice and grounded. We're not tilting yet. Even space between your hips and your rib cage here. So needed, these stretches. If you're ready, you can soften your right elbow. Try to point the elbow up to the sky rather than to the side of the room or your space that you're in. And then from here, if you're so inclined, grab hold of the right elbow and pull it into center. Oh, it just gets right into the top of that shoulder. Be mindful that you're not rounding forward. If you are going to take this into a side bend, just gently roll towards the left side. You can use your left hand for support if you feel like you're straining. You do not want to be holding this in your lower back. Fire up your belly. I'm very familiar with where my belly is during this time of stay safe and stay at home. Nice, one more breath. Make sure you're rolling and rounding open. Not a back bend, but I give that motion so you don't collapse forward. Inhale, stretch it up. Feel that right arm. Exhale, all the blood flow moving down the arm. Wiggle out those fingers. Good. Connecting the neck down to the fingertips again, rather than the fingertips up into the neck. Let's roll out the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Head to the side and to the side. Let's get a quick stretch for the legs. We're just going to move it down into a forward fold. So I want to have your legs extended in front of you. Flex the feet, toes up to the sky. It's flip-flop season. I should check the bottoms of my feet. And finding your sits bones. We're going to move into a gentle fold. I want you to slide your feet in towards you. Good. Even with the sits bone. Try to keep the knees from wobbling in or out. You can use your hands on the ground here. If you feel like you're really straining, use your hands on the ground. You can also have that cushion underneath you and walk yourself forward. If you feel good and strong here and you can sit up nice and straight, you can always test this by holding the bottoms of the legs. Let's take an inhale. Stretch the arms up. And exhale, you're going to start to slide your legs away as you reach the body forward. So rolling the belly over the thighs. You might get to a point where your knees want to stay bent. You can't get them straight. You can always use a blanket or something folded underneath and eventually work your way to not using the blanket over time. Take a couple good breaths here. Wiggle inside your hip joints. Get a little movement for the joint. And just fold over. Nice passive fold using the breath. Inhaling space into the lower back or hamstrings, calves, soles of the feet, jaw, and then exhaling, letting go. Releasing any of that tension. We're going to add a stretch to this, holding the bottoms of the feet, the shins, a strap around the bottoms of the feet, toe hold, whatever you like. Inhale, I want you to pull back on what you're holding on to. Lengthen that spine on your inhale. Reach with the crown of the head. Exhale. Letting go. 2 more times. One last time. Good. We're going to have some fun here. Take an inhale, reach forward. Slide your right foot in. Keep the heel in line with your sits bones. Again, your hands can be on the ground for support. Try not to let the knee wobble in or out. Keep yourself grounded. The foot does not have to come all the way in. It could stay lengthened. So go to where you can feel comfortable and stable. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold. Again, we're going to take an inhale, pull forward and rise up just a little bit, holding onto the foot, a strap, or the shins. Exhale, settling in. Good. Take an inhale, reach forward and rise up. Exhale, reach down for your right foot. We're taking it into a little bit more intensity. So first version of this can be just drop your knee to the side, bring your foot to the inside of your left leg. Otherwise, this right ankle gets right on top of your left hamstring. So intensity is already there. Try to keep your ankle supported and not sickling, because if you have it here, when you push forward, you're going to put a lot of push into this ankle joint. And we want to keep the ankle joint nice and safe. Good. Your ankle bone might dig into your quad, so you might need a little piece of fabric underneath it. I don't know, I don't have a little towel or something, or a sock. From here, take an inhale, stretch up. You can always have your hands grounded. Exhale, reach up and over. So you're going up and over this right foot. Be careful, take your time. Your hands can always be there for support, so you can gauge how much you can let go into this. Here's where the fun happens. Holding on with your left hand to your left foot or toe or shin. Inhale, reach forward, rise up. Exhale, open your right shoulder to the back, going into a twist, dropping your right arm and shoulder. Good. Such a nice stretch. Pulling back on that foot, you don't have to be holding on. You can also just be sitting up nice and straight, going into your twist. Take an inhale, bring it back. Exhale, folding over. Let's inhale, reach that right arm around for your right toes. You might need to give yourself a little bit of a help for the reach, for that toe hold. Oh, they made contact. There we go. There it is. Let that right knee release. Take an inhale, reach forward and rise up. Exhale, you can grab the right leg and help it, or just let it float forward and fold over both. Let's take a moment here and breathe. Feel the heat moving down the legs. Moving along any stagnation and really allowing your body to release the tension. Sometimes we need that physical body to let go of tension before the mental and emotional body can follow suit. Let's take an inhale, reach forward, rise up, slide that left foot towards your left sits bone, and then exhaling, folding over or walking along the ground. It's up to you. Feel the left foot grounded. Feel your sits bone evenly grounded if you can, both of them. Let's take an inhale, pull forward. Exhale, let it go. Nice work. Holding on with your right hand to the right foot. Inhale, reach forward and rise up. Exhale, reach those left fingertips to the back wall. You're going into a little twist. Keep the knee from collapsing open if you can. So you're grounding through the sits bones, lengthening through that spine, and twisting. Hand does not need to be reaching for the foot. You can have it beside you and work into your twist. You can hold on to this opposite knee if that helps you. As many options as I can give, I will. Inhale, stretch it back up. Turn to the front. Exhale, fold over that leg. Inhale, reach forward and rise up. Exhale, reach down for that leg. So you're either dropping the knee to the side, floating the foot in, lengthening it, or going for the crossover. Good. Resting the ankle right over the quad, letting the left knee release. Let's go into a fold. Inhale, stretch it up. Walk the hands if you're unsure. Exhale, up and over. So you really need to get up and over that foot on your quad. Oh, let that foot release. Let that knee release, rather. So there's a lot happening, a lot of pull, a lot of stretch. Try not to resist it, but give in a comfortable way. You have the hands for support, so you don't have to feel unsafe. Holding on with your, which one? Right hand, take an inhale, reach up, and exhale. Reaching back again. Good. Take an inhale, stretch up. Exhale, over, and here we go. Inhale, reaching around. Maybe getting hold of that toe. Just letting go, holding in. This gets quite intense, so make sure you find your breath. Back off if you need to. Here we go. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, slowly release the left foot. You can use your arms to pick the leg up and extend it forward, and let's just release ourselves into a fold. You can jostle yourself down. Wiggle inside those hip joints. Notice the difference now between your first fold and what's happening now in your lower back. Have you found some space? Have the hip joints kind of given in? Let's take an inhale, reach forward and rise up. And exhale. Let those hands go. Good work. Let's move to the side. We're going to roll it all the way down. A little bit of abdominal work. A little bit. It's just inhaling, lift up. Exhale, roll it down just a little bit so you feel your belly activating. Inhale, roll it up. Keep the knees stable. Exhale, roll it down. Holding on if you need to. Inhale, roll it up. We're going to do this 2 more times. Exhaling. Good. Inhale, roll it up. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhaling all the way down. Jostle out the legs till they become straight. Nice work. We're going to take an inhale and float the knees over the belly. I want you to find your lower back. I want you to find your tailbone, and then just do some rotations around the tailbone. Keep the knees together. And then other direction. Let the knees fall to the side. Come into a happy baby. If you want to extend it to a deeper stretch, go for it. Or just keep the knees bent, soles of the feet pointing up towards the sky. My dogs have joined in. Let's release the soles of the feet to the ground. And then slowly slide one leg away. I like to jostle out the hips, jostle out the legs, slide the opposite leg away. See if you can now turn your palms up towards the sky, opening every finger. See if you're still in that claw, or if you're able to open up every finger. If you still feel a little bit more, needing to be into yourself and a little bit less ready to receive what's coming your way. An understandable feeling. Just drop your palms towards the ground. If you feel a little bit more open, a little bit less holding on, open your palms to the sky. Give yourself a few good breaths here. Notice the areas of your body that start to release with each exhale. Stop thinking about what's coming next. And just lose yourself in each breath. Take more time here if you'd like to. If you'd like to finish your short, stretchy practice the way we started, bend the knees and allow them to fall to whichever side is comfortable, so you can roll yourself to that side and push yourself off your palms, returning back to the earth, but lengthening so much more without that resistance that we had hopefully when you first sat down. Take a few good breaths here. Feel good about what you gave yourself. Enjoy the space and the health that you've given yourself. And hopefully some peace of heart, some peace of mind. Let's take our closing breath of our practice. Inhaling, gathering all the goodness that you've set out around you. Exhale and bring that goodness back into your heart, replenishing yourself with your practice. Thank you for taking the time to share this practice with me. Have a wonderful day.